Well, I think it's going to work. This is the Woodcraft Clip-Ons with risers, multi-adjustable, to replace the heavy two-piece top triple clamp setup on the Hayabusas. Going for more leverage, more of a upright relative seating position, flatter hand grip position on the wrist instead of down like that, but a lot of work. This is the stock Gen 1 top triple clamp handlebar assembly, which goes on top of another one, so it's double layer with rubber bushes in it, solid alloy bars, and these incredibly heavy handlebar weights. So that's all going for this Woodcraft setup, if I can get it all to work. And the Translogic dash that I installed a couple of years ago is going as well. It didn't have a good fuel gauge like the stock one. It's a bit hard to read for the speedo compared to the stock one, and we don't have an FI light on the other one as well. So I'm putting this one back. It's going to be a bit of wiring, a bit of a mission, but you buy these things and they don't necessarily turn out as good as you hoped. The stock clutch master cylinder is on. It just fits, just clears this, and I ordered an adapter from the UK, but it's going to be 2 weeks at least before it arrives here in Australia. That's the trouble with everything. It takes a minimum of 2 weeks. We heard that word before, haven't we? 2 weeks. But it's on, so we move on. Well, that escalated quickly, didn't it? But there's a problem with the fuel pump, so the tank's got to come off anyway. So we're removing the heavy stock top clamp. But another thing that's really heavy is the headlight on your stock Gen 1, and that bottom high beam is solid glass. So the improvements that you can get with the newer bikes is obviously, you know, these LED headlights instead of these more conventional, because they're darn heavy. Also, this Translogic dash was not plug and play. I had to do all the wiring myself. Bit of a trial and error type of thing, live and learn sort of thing. But I'm going to have to revert it all back to the original. I've been working out the handlebar grip length and the switch gear, so it looks like it'll all go. New adapter in there might work. If not, I'll have to get a new line. And just another little thing, guys, look how bad the fluid was in the master cylinder. That's contamination from down in the slave cylinder down the bottom from the chain oil. So you could basically call it bad maintenance. Just while we're here, you can see that the cables are adjusted for the quick action throttle that I run, the R1 throttle tube. You just have to change the lock nuts around to get the clearance, the cable length okay. But now with these new handlebars I might need new cables yet, don't know. And then further down there you can see the external high pressure fuel filter that I use instead of the super expensive internal one. Besides the tea bag, forgetting about that, there's another fuel pump, there's another filter inside, and that's been modified to have it on the outside, and then you still have the pump on the inside. And on a previous video or two, I've been talking about the exhaust pipes, and this Yoshi full system stainless steel is mirror finished when I bought it, then it tarnished up like it is now, but I removed it completely, polished it back up to original again, super bright and shiny, and then reinstalled it, and now have a look at it. It's gone back to the same. So stainless steel is a bit of a problem. You just can't keep it clean. I haven't worked out how to make it last. Keep it, you know, the tan coloured finish is okay when it's hot, but the way it just burns up on the headers up the top there makes them look really ugly. So the TLR is going to get them sort of ceramic coated black, because you just can't get at it. And yeah, don't know the answer to that one and how to keep these looking good. Have a good weekend, guys. Kevin's my name, KJ's Moto, and we'll see you in the next one of this continuous build of the Gen 1 Hayabusa. See you guys.